Hello my friends, good evening. I hope you've all had a very, very beautiful day. So this first part is for everybody who is going to watch the replay. Thank you for tuning in to watch this. I have a feeling this is really going to go on for a little while, so I hope you enjoy. As I begin to centre myself, tonight we will be, or if you are watching the replay, we will be really diving into something very special. And this is something I've been working on within myself. So welcome everybody who's joining. So many people joining. Thank you, Bob, Paul, Carly. I appreciate you all for tuning in tonight. Leanne, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Chloe, welcome, darling. Thank you for tuning in. Susan, welcome. Thank you. Carly, hi, how are you? Crystal. So as you're all tuning in tonight, and I really, really appreciate you joining, tonight I am going to connect with 4 different aspects of beings that have followed me and been with me, stood with me. Stood with me is a better way to say it. They've stood with me for the past year and beyond. I've known of them for the past year and coming up to perhaps over a year and a half now. And tonight I would like to channel them for you. I am going to channel from the deepest parts of my soul, which are going to bypass some of my human self. And then I'm going to channel some very, very wise and loving guides. One of them is called Marcus. He is a man of very few words, but he connects with me within. I feel what it is that he shares. So he doesn't particularly speak to me ever, and I don't believe he ever has, but he speaks to me within. His wisdom is immense. He has a beautiful, beautiful wisdom. And the other guide I'm going to be channeling is Sakura. So for any of the women who are tuning in tonight, I already felt that she wanted to speak to you personally, and she's going to want to communicate with the women and the females who are holding this beautiful, nurturing, feminine energy. Of course we do as guys, but Marcus will be working with us because it is this grounded, centered root that's within us, right? With gentlemen, obviously, a lot of the times we can have that very warrior-esque type energy about us. And with females, and it can go both ways, you know that. I'm never gonna say here or the other, but for all of you tuning in, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. We will be getting started. We'll give it about 5 minutes, so take a breather, relax, grab yourself a drink. If you want to get a notebook, get a notebook. I have a feeling I got a really strong pull to do this. Never done this before, so I'm very excited to be bringing you guys tonight what it is that we're going to be sharing. So thank you so much, guys. And another thing as well, so as we're tuning in, I will be closing my eyes because I find that the best to just shut out anything else. So usually I do chat with you guys on these lives, but just for tonight I will be closing my eyes and I will be transmitting for you exactly what it is that I would like to share. Paul. How do you know that's what it says from that side? Are you seeing that? So yeah, like I say, guys, get yourself seated, nice and relaxed. If you want to put on, so I'm not going to put on any music, just because I want to really connect and I don't want to be distracting any of you with the music. So if you want to put some on, feel free to. And I'm very, very excited to be bringing this with you today and for you today. So, and also for all of you who are joining and who will watch in the future, I really wanted to say thank you so much for the connections that I've made over the past week. Like this beautiful wave of love and light that we're moving through. Like I've connected with you all so frequently and so recently. And sometimes I can't get back to every comment and every message straight away. And I just really appreciate your patience, your love and your light during this time. I am going to do my best within myself to help and guide through this process, because we all play a part. And the reason why I'm so passionate about doing what it is that I'm doing is because all of you have this very same mission. Some of you and a lot of you have this very same mission within you. So I'm here to help you as you help me. And tonight we're going to really connect with some beautiful loving energy. I'm very fortunate to have connected with the true loving beings that have supported me for a long time. But of course, when you're practicing, just be aware of any energies that come in. Make sure you're always connected. So Nancy, welcome, and welcome Rhonda, thank you so much. I appreciate your words. Yvonne, welcome. Paul, brother, it's good to see you. And welcome everybody. Jackie, Does that say Gina? Sorry, I can't see it because of the because of my flute. Okay, so let me just check everything is okay here, and then we will get straight into it. Let me just check this. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, guys. So, like I say, take some notes if you have any questions. I will see how my energy is at the end, and I'll happily get through some of them. And now I will begin. First thing that I'm going to begin with tonight is by connecting with my soul and bringing through to you a message that has followed with me through my entire life. And that message is that we have been walking a path of which none of us knew. And yet deep within we had that little inner knowing. We had that fire. We had that opportunity every time we came up against a challenge or an obstacle to make a choice as to which path we were to walk. Some of you have been through horrendous experiences. You have experienced things that you cannot put into words. You have experienced pain that is immeasurable. People have been unfair to you. Experiences have left you in floods of tears. Moments in time where you felt like it was time to give up. It was time to leave planet Earth. That you were better off being somewhere else. Through all of these experiences, you have kept on moving. You have kept on walking. And you have moved everything out of your way to be here today with me. The next chapter of our lives begins now. As I feel one of my ancestors in front of me very strongly hinting to this. Everyone who is watching and everyone who will watch needs to understand that the time is now. All of your life, your pain, your suffering has all led you to this moment. It has taught you how to be humble. It has taught you how to love. It has taught you how to survive in the most horrendous of experiences. There is a reason for this. And the reason is that you had to be prepared for what may come. And I use the word may very, very sparsely. because I believe, as I connect with the deepest aspects and roots of myself, that we will change this world without need for destruction, without the need for the world to reset itself. Some of you may be curious as to what I mean by the world destroying or resetting itself. In order for you to understand what I mean, you must look back across history, across the prophecies, the things that we have been told, that we have been guided to understand. They were foretold for a reason. They were foretold because it was our inevitable future to get to this point, to have a choice. Now you must choose. Do you choose light and love? Or do you choose to stay in the matrix, to stay in third dimensional reality? No matter which choice you make, you will be met by love and gratitude, by any guides or beings that watch over you or stand with you. You must understand when I say, this is not a race. I am not better than you. As James Malins, as a man and a human being, I am not better than you. I am not more than you. I am you. And as I feel my guide Marcus ushering in and wanting to be the next to speak, I must make you aware that you have to understand what you are. You have to understand that you are a being that is made up of geometry, of light, of energy, of wisdom, of data, however you choose to call it. It is all the same. We have this knowing within us, and as I speak now from the true depths of my soul, I am just a part of the puzzle, and I need you to realize your part. And I will say again, it will always be a choice. You must choose. And I believe in my soul, and in my being, and in my knowing, that I will always meet you with love no matter what you choose. But as I walk through this physical vessel, through this body, I have to understand that I cannot do it without you. Some of my closest brothers and sisters have seen many people come into my life over the past week. Do you believe it is a coincidence that we have met? Do you believe it is a coincidence that some of you seem to know me without knowing me? Coincidences do not happen. Coincidences are a means to show you a knowing that you know. The word coincidence was created by people who did not understand the true depths of our nature, the true depths of our reality. It is a word. That is it. Nothing more. It is used to describe a situation, a meaning, a feeling that they didn't understand. That's all words are. Words are a means of communicating what you feel at any given moment. I hope you are following. Because what you have to understand is that your feelings are at the depths of you. They are your soul. It is communicating with you. And this is not to get mixed up with emotions. Emotions are a part of your physical body. They are a part of your physical self, your human self, if you wish to see these words in quotation marks, you may do so. Do you really believe you are a human? Do you really believe that you are simply a man or a woman? You are much more than that. And the quicker that you realize that, the quicker that your life stops going from an uphill battle to a downhill flow of water that allows you to move and be in your life with a beauty and grace that is quite unmeasurable. You must realize that each of you has a role. You have a role to play. You are a character in a game that is fit to understand and learn the truth of what we are and who we are. And that truth is light and love. And you see, the problem is people have mixed up the darkness with something negative. The darkness is a messenger. It is a teacher. It is a mentor for those of us who wished to rediscover the light. You had to meet the darkness. You had to experience the darkness for you to reach the light. The light was what you were always looking for. The light was what you always desired, what your soul was pushing for. Give gratitude to the darkness. And do not get me wrong, I am not saying to follow the darkness. I am not saying to become it. I am not saying to integrate it into your being, but then again we do. So that is not right. I am not saying to allow the darkness to embody you. What I am saying is to integrate it into your being. I am telling you that the darkness is a part of you. It is a part of you understanding that you wish to come from the light. Because you are the light. And as I feel Marcus providing me with images now, he would like you to begin to look at the sun. Not quite literally, he says, but begin to look towards the sun. The sun is not just a ball of fire in your sky. The sun is a messenger of light. It has codes, it has energy within it. And if you choose to learn this energy, these codes, you will be able to find ascension. Many religions worshipped the sun for good reason, because they were shown or knew within themselves what the sun actually was. I feel some of you may be questioning as to why this is relevant information, but you must bear with me. The sun is relevant because it is a being in our solar system. It is a gateway. It is a means for you to absorb what it is that you had in the past. It is a means for you to realize why you are here. If you look back into ancient history, you will find that we taught you this. You will find that this was what we showed you. And through no fault of your own, you have forgotten the wisdom. You have forgotten the knowledge. You have misplaced the teachings that we provided you. However, do not worry, because these teachings are coming back. These teachings are going to flow within you once more. We are coming back, but only when the time is right. And in order for us to come back, you need to come together. Unity, as James has been learning, is the depth of your purpose, is the depth of your mission. Love and light is a way of describing unity. It is a way of understanding unity. Unity is something that we strive for because it is where we come from. Unify, my friends. Unify yourselves into a family of light on planet Earth that will usher in this beautiful wave of love that you are feeling. James does not want me to say this for his humbleness, but he has begun to shine the light. He has begun to show you that somebody who has come through so much can still bring the light to so many. And as Sakura would like to come in, she would like to speak to the women who are watching. For the men, as much as you embody your feminine, you are here to guide and help us all to integrate as we are here to guide and integrate with you. But for the women who are watching, you may remember that you have been suppressed for many moons. You have been suppressed within yourself. You have been mistreated. But none of that matters now, because what matters is what we do with the knowledge that we have been given over the years. The knowledge that as women of a beautiful nature, we are able to guide and love humanity through the anger it has been feeling for so long. Some of you who are women who have been in pain for a long time, you are here to bring the love that is so needed in the world. There is a reason why you feel a calling in your heart. There is a reason why you feel a pulling in your heart. It is time. And you know it is time. It is time for you to come together and shine your light as a whole. Some of you have seen an image of angels surrounding the earth and looking down. That is what you are. You chose to come from those ranks and stand and be on earth to heal and nurture her wounds. If you want to know how you can fulfill your mission, look to the people on this live. Look to the people in your life, the ones who, as was said earlier, have a knowing. Those people who you seem to know without knowing. Unify with them. Set up communities. Set up groups of people. Learn how to heal one another so you may then heal the people who are looking for the healing. Yes, we have been in pain. Yes, we have suffered. But now, it is time for us to move into love. For you are higher than most. You sit in realms of love and light beyond the earth. And should you choose to, you may bring a wave of love and forgiveness to even those who have suppressed you, to even those who have pushed you to the edge of your life. If you choose to reach up and touch your higher self, the goddess that is within you, that divine being of love and light and energy that is within you, you will be able to heal many beings on earth. Make a choice. Choose from love. Excuse me. That was it. Sorry guys, I've never I thought my family from the Red Road would choose to say something, but they didn't. And my soul had said what it needed to say. So that is it. Okay, my friends. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna have to bring myself back a little bit. I didn't expect to be spoken through. My hands are tingling. Thank you so much for the messages, guys. Wow. Sorry, bear with me a second. Man, I feel like I'm in space. What I would like to do now is, if you choose to, just feel that gratitude in your heart. I do. Feel that gratitude in your heart. I felt the love from that. Yeah, that was something. I want all of you to know from James Mullins that what we are walking into now is something that is very, very new, okay? New for me, and no doubt new for a lot of you, okay? We are moving into a version of Earth that is phenomenal, okay? Every single one of us, we have a part to play. And I am so grateful to be able to do the videos and put out the content and speak to each and every one of you and have communication and be able to meet so many of you and to actually feel what I have felt for so many years, which is that pure love that exists in each of us, okay? And I want you to know that no matter what you believe about yourself, however you feel about yourself, however you feel about what you are or what your mission is or what your purpose is, we all have a part to play, okay? The men, the women, every single one of us. And I saw Teresa and I saw Caroline on here. I want to thank both of you. I feel like there is some activation that has happened within me this week. That is something else. My hands are tingling like crazy. I haven't experienced that too much. So I want to thank both of you from the bottom of my heart for going out of your way to gift me the knowledge and the wisdom and to connect with me, the beings that have been wanting to speak to me for a while. And for all of you, I want to say on the deepest levels is that I cannot do this without you, okay? And when I say that, I know that it may bring up the point of, I don't know what to do when you say that, James. You tell me that you can't do it without me, but I don't know what to do with that. What do you want me to do? How do I live my purpose? How do I live what's within my heart? And I would like to suggest that in order to live what is in your heart, first begin by asking yourself what you really want, right? I really want to see the suffering of planet Earth end. So therefore, I choose to do things like this, and I choose to put out content that helps to break the bonds and that helps to break the feelings, the emotions, the experiences that are holding you back from the deepest versions of yourself. So I want to just say that in any given moment, we're not alone. I mean, I lived most of my life feeling alone, but really I never was. You know, I never was. It is experiences that make us and shape us, right? Choices as well. Maybe that's just a part of a much, much bigger picture. I'm still quite up there, so I'm trying to bring myself back down to just James Mallins. But our choices and our experiences do shape us, right? Because we come against an experience, these horrible experiences of manipulation, pain, suffering, bullying, torture, and all these other things. And then we have a choice as to how we respond to those, right? We have a choice as to how we choose to respond to everything that comes our way. And know that this family that we are beginning to build, right? And it's, for some people it might sound cheesy and corny, but the amount of people that have said to me, I feel like I know you, and I'm the same, right? Because the knowing is there because we're connected and that we remember where we're from, right? That knowing is the truth. And some people will still question as to who I am, my motives, why I do this, what's he gonna get out of it? But some of you know, right? You just know that it's time. And as today, I was speaking to a beautiful lady, Teresa, thank you. You mentioned it was time. That's been whispered in my ear over and over and over again. It is time, right? This next sentence is not a means of worry. It's not a means of trying to push you over the edge. It is just to make you aware that it's time. We have no more time to move into anything else or to see what happens. You feel that calling right here in your heart. It's time. It's time that we stand together, that we share the love with the world, that we connect with people, and that we begin to learn, experience, and grow what it means to ascend. Because each and every one of us is going to be moving up. We're going to be standing up into our power. Some of you have beautiful gifts. Some of you are healers. Some of you are prophets that are going to go out there and share these future teachings, this future wisdom with people. Some of you are connectors. You connect people together. You help families reunite astrally and etherically and dimensionally. Some of you are to work with nature, to work with the trees, the plants, the animals. Some of you are healers of animals. You're there to go and explore the oceans to find what ancient history and wisdom lies within them. Some of you already have all of the gifts that you need to do what it is you need to do. And over the next few weeks and over the next few months and years until I depart this beautiful world, I will help you to find and discover them, right? I will help you to find and discover them. It's time within me. You're going to be seeing a lot more of me. So I hope you, I hope you like the energy, because I'm not going anywhere. We got some beautiful things to do. And I can't tell you how grateful I am for what we have just shared together. I had this nudge on Wednesday to do this, and honestly, my heart was pounding before this because I didn't really know what to expect. I've never actually verbally channeled through myself. That's why I'm grateful I connected with my soul first, but please don't go. Well, listen, guys, if you have any questions or if you would like to share anything, now's the time. I know there's been so many comments coming through, and I really appreciate it, and I haven't really gone through any of them, but look, I really do acknowledge all of you, and I appreciate you immensely. And I've been battling with myself because I know that perhaps the time soon may come where I can't reply to every single comment, and I will do my best to reply to every comment, because I feel that goes beyond the technology, beyond anything else. You know, people are on about building businesses and building this, like, it all goes beyond that, and I think very soon there will become a time when we even surpass that. You know, like I feel it within me. I don't know how that's going to happen, but I feel like it is. You know, so I'm just very interested. I see quite a big comment there. Let me just have a look. Priscilla says, I think we've all been waiting for someone to rise up and speak with such eloquence about our cause. This is it. I never thought I'd say this about a person either, and I appreciate you. And I want you all to know that I fully understand and appreciate the level of responsibility that comes with sharing this kind of stuff with the world. Okay, for every day, I ask myself, am I in ego? Am I in my soul? Where am I at? Is this video going to benefit people? Is this video just for me? And I ask this all the time. And I want you to know that it is my priority to understand that responsibility, because I really want to come from the deepest places of love, right? I really do. And as much as it is a part of our being with all of us, that won't always be possible. Maybe it will. Who am I to say that? But it might not always be possible, as we're still living in the emotions. Until we transcend those, we're still living within them, okay? So accept them, understand them, process them, and have that level of peace with that, you know. And thank you all so much for the engagements. I appreciate you so much, you know. I really do. This is truly beautiful to spend this time with you tonight. My goodness, I didn't even realise it's been 55 minutes already. I don't even know how long I was doing that for. And listen, guys, it's my pleasure. It's my deepest pleasure to do this. You see, and I love the appreciation to honestly, like, I'll never turn it down. But this speaks to my soul. Like, doing this, what do I get out of doing this? The deepest form of cosmic pleasure. Like, the deepest form of cosmic pleasure. This is dimensional pleasure for me. Like, it really is. Like, there is nothing that could come close to this for me. You know, but then I guess that's what comes with living your mission and your purpose, you know. And for each of you who are looking to live your purpose and live your mission, again, I'll be here to help you do that. Never worry. So I know that in these moments we can have a lot of worry, a lot of, I know there's something, right? I need to do something. I have to do something. It's there. But what do I do? Right? What do I do? I don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do? How do I do this? I was never shown anything. I was never taught. Right? I understand that. Be patient. Right? Be patient. Love yourself. Be patient, and it will reveal itself. Okay? This is a very large statement, I guarantee you it will reveal itself. If you are patient, if you just go within and ask the right questions, it will reveal itself to you. You will realize that when you start to do something and it feels like this, you will know. And that's the key. So I'd like to share this with you. This is very, very important. Please, if you have a notepad and pen, write this down. It is a knowing. That is it. It is a knowing. You simply know. And I would like to read this comment from my brother Paul, because I appreciate him beyond words. Paul says, it all starts with a seed, my brother. We all grow and bloom into our specific spots on this Mother Earth. Beautifully said. Some motivate, some inspire, and some create healing energies. As a spiritual titan, I love that. I look within my being to find positive energies to spread to this broken fragments of humanity. Yes, I agree with you. But do you know what, Paul? The fragments are coming together, and the fragments are each of us. And we're not, and I know you didn't mean this with us, but to bring that around, none of us are broken. We simply were given the gift of revealing who and what we really are. Because some of that channeling is a little bit hazy for me, but I remember when I was talking from my soul and I was speaking about what we've been through and what we've experienced as people. I haven't met one person over the past week that hasn't gone through some form of suffering. What does that tell us? I mean, think about it. It's like taking somebody who needs to journey 10,000 miles, but they've never walked a step in their life. We had to walk the first 5,000 miles to be ready and strong enough to push and walk through the next 5,000 miles of our journey, right? And I get this feeling, and I get this soft awareness that very soon I'll be talking to you about what is known as a city of light, okay? And a city of light is what planet Earth will become. And some of you, they've mentioned it in the Pleiadian workbook, and they mention it in other aspects of teaching and wisdom as well. And that hit me really deep. The city of light is what I believe that in my mission here on Earth, and as you walk and stand by me, right by my side. I don't like the word on Facebook where it says you have so many followers. You're not my followers, and I mean this with integrity. You're not my followers, you're my family. Why should you follow me? To follow me would assume that I am something more than you, that I am something better, or I am on some kind of higher place than what you are. It's not true. Some of you have things that I don't have. Some of you can do things that I can't do. Some of you have the ability to articulate, as much as you might not think so, things in ways that I cannot. And therefore it is that deep, right in your sacral chakra, right in your belly where you feel it the most. It has to be that knowing that you are a part of the picture, the puzzle. And it will really be my teaching over the next few weeks, is for you to really know what you are and who you are. Because again, like, as much as I might want to step into my fire and warrior energy, I can't do it all in the world. It's just too big. It's just too big. And so I hope that it really gives you guys something to think about. If you're questioning, I know the question that will come up. All right, James, I have a mission, I have a purpose. How? How do I do it? I've got some feelings to work through. I've got some emotions. I don't believe myself. I don't believe in who I am. I feel lost. I feel like, you know, I'm just not good enough. I'm just not wise enough. James, you're wise. How do I do? You have this knowing within you. You have it within you. This knowing is within you. It is within your DNA. It is within your core. It is interwoven within every aspect of your being. It is you. You are wisdom. You are knowledge. That's. And I remember as Marcus was talking about the sun and those light and the light and the codes that come from the sun, and that what is like a gateway, a portal to dimensions that allow it to flow through. You are that light. It is as simple as that. You have to know that wisdom is within you. What do you think the trauma that you went through was for? That was the wisdom. You were learning it, unraveling it. How do I love? This person treated me horrendously. How do I love? Right? With every right of the human experience, I should hate that person with a fire that can never be extinguished. But just as Sakura was mentioning about the feminine coming through and coming from that higher dimension of forgiveness and love, ask yourself if you are able to do that. If not, that is fine. There is so much in the spiritual community. I mean, it's the truth, really. It's what we actually are. But there is so much in that community that talks about being a high vibration, being positive, staying this, be high, be high. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you have to be low.
so that you can feel that and work through it. You know, over the past week, I had some emotions where I'm right at rock bottom. I'm like, my self-worth is a little bit out of there. I'm like worried, confused. Oh my goodness, am I this, am I that? I was right down there. And that was okay. You know, there is a lot in the spiritual world that sets this level of expectation. This level of, if you don't do this, it's this. The same thing. And if any of you are religious, love and light to you, I promise you the depths of it's all important. But a lot of religion did the same thing, right? If you do this, you will burn in hell. My goodness. Well, I like to think I come from light, but there's probably some things that I would be considered burning in hell for. I think there's 77 people that would probably agree with that, you know? So we have to step out of this judgment for ourselves. Judge yourself when you return to your true self. Right? And when I say judge yourself, have a laugh. Wow, I remember when I did that when I was 15, that was funny. It put me in this pretty bad situation, but wow, look what I learned from that. Right? Being a high vibration, being high vibe. Well, if you were high vibration all of the time, you'd never learn anything. Quite in both aspects. You'd never learn anything because you would remember all of the beautiful wisdom you knew before you came here. And secondly, you would never have the experiences to teach you what it is that you needed to be taught. You know? I want to thank again and if I may say so, Teresa, I want to thank Teresa again because she brought some beautiful, beautiful beings into my life only, I don't know, 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago. And they reminded me that I felt alone for a very, very long time. In a beautiful way. It reminded me of where I've come to. You know, I know what that feels like. I remember, I'll tell you a story. And I know that they will know this story because they were with me when that happened. I went to Ireland to meet somebody because I've always been in the pursuit of love. It's been in my bones and my DNA for a very long time. And it didn't quite go the way I expected it to. And I had a few drinks in Belfast by myself in a country I'd never experienced. And I remember walking from my hotel room all of the way to the city centre, crying my eyes out and calling up to the sky and asking them, where are they? Where are you? I need you. I remember asking and calling for them because I needed them so badly, because I felt so alone and I felt so confused as to what I needed to do and where I needed to go. And I felt them there. They were with me. And I hope that for all of you that have felt, you see the response? I remember. Trust me, I haven't forgotten any of that stuff. For those of you that have felt the exact same thing, know that your guides are always there when you need them. And as Caroline has beautifully just commented, she reminded me today that I have to make you aware that when you connect with your guides, always connect and feel the love from them. They will show you. And always be aware of any negative or lower vibrational entities that wish to communicate, because they will try. And that's a part of the duality of life. Okay, it's a part of the yin and the yang, it's a part of the both on either side. Okay, we have to have both to understand, but it is my intention, and with the video today, that for those of you that saw it about connecting with your guides, it is my intention that you learn to connect with those guides that want to bring this emotion, you know, that emotion of pure love, that they're there for you. And that if you ever need them, you ever need to call upon them, like the guides that came through me as we did that channeling, they are right stood by you. They may not be the exact same people, but perhaps they are. That's the beauty of it. In those dimensions, time and space is an entirely different thing. When we're talking on a quantum level, time and space is something that I can't even describe to you with human words, because you need the perception in order to see it. So just remember, love is the bridge between all dimensions. That's beautifully put. Teresa, it is beautifully put. So again, just a massive disclaimer. The book Opening to Channel by Sanaya Roman and Dwayne Packer. Again, I wish I had royalties. On a human level, it would be great. But the book Opening to Channel by Sanaya Roman and Dwayne Packer, that showed me how to connect with my guides, and it connected me with Marcus, and it connected me with Sakura, my two beautiful guides who, and I remember it. I'll tell you that, I don't know, would you guys like me to briefly tell you about how I met my guides? Would you like me to share that with you? Maybe that would give some kind of level of understanding on how you can connect with your guides. Let me know. And again, thank you all for the beautiful comments. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you spending your time with me. And I know I haven't exactly been acknowledging everybody as I usually would, but there's so many of you beautiful people here, and I really appreciate it. So, I did see Paul commented. Where are you, my friend? Paul says, without feeling negativity, how can we know what positivity actually is? How do we find our truest strengths without experiencing challenges? Embrace your personal... Oh, so many comments coming through. Sorry, guys. Can't read it, Paul. Every barrier we encounter is a little part of our beautiful growth. A message from my guys to you, James, is your soul is the light that will open the line to the veil. I love that, brother. And Paul, I feel you are connecting deeper, and I'd love to explore. I mean, we speak every day, my friend. We'll explore that together. Okay, guys, I see a lot of yeses there. Well, I'll briefly explain to you. So when I was first introduced to channeling, which was actually by my sister Vicky. Sorry, as much as Vicky has helped me recently, my soul sister Jamie. And Vicky's put me onto the next bit, and I love you so much, Vicky. But she put me onto Seth and him being channeled by Jane Roberts. And long story short, I ended up watching some channeling on Gaia.com. Again, I don't have royalties, but if you guys have or would like to check that out, fantastic place to start with spirituality. It set me on my journey. And this gentleman in there called Daryl Anker, who channels Bashar. Okay, if you guys would like to know anything, I'll try and pop this down in the comments afterwards, or I might do a video or a post on it tomorrow. So I'll do a post on this so that you guys can, again, get the information. But he said that he started channeling by reading the book Opening to Channel by Sanaya Roman and Dwayne Packer. And I got the book and read it within a week, which is very unusual for me. I very rarely read a book that quickly, but I couldn't put it down. I kept reading it and reading it and reading it. And I began to do the practices of relaxation, concentration, feeling and connecting with the energy, and then eventually moving to the dimensions. And I was meditating, and it took me a couple of weeks, maybe even a month, to actually get to the point where I could connect with my guides. And I sat there meditating, and I went through the process, and I went through this exploration within myself, and I reached this place, and it was like there was clouds everywhere. It was light. The energy was bright. It was bright white, and it was beautiful energy, and it was just magnificent. And there was a doorway in front of me. And stood next to this doorway was a being with no face. It had like there was a universe in its face. It was like the universe was in its face, and it had these beautiful robes on. It was stood maybe 9-10 feet tall by this doorway, and I simply felt in my heart, and it said, sorry, I got a message come through, and it said, I simply didn't speak, just connected with my heart, and said, I'm here to guard and to watch your doorway to the other realms. And long story short, I finally ended up going into this process, and I put my hand on the door handle and I walked through. And I will never forget this for all of my life. I had this energy that entered into me, and it felt like from the inside out there was a pressure that was pushing up. Please do post. Okay, my friends, 1 second. I will do that. Okay, guys, so this is going to go into the comments now, and I think I might be able to pin the comment. I don't know if I can. No, I can't. Anyway, I had this, and it was like a pressure on the inside out, and I had to ask. I was like, please, can you reduce? It was. I've never experienced anything like it before in my life. And then as I went and I sat down, and I saw all of these beings, like, of light, and of, like, different, I couldn't make them out, it was very hazy, it was like in my third eye, so I could see them, and they were all stood, and what I would do is I would sit there and I would say, could somebody please come forwards who would like to guide me? And over the period of a couple of days, there was people that came and I said, thank you so much, this doesn't feel right, could somebody else please come? And it kept happening and happening and happening and happening, and then one day Marcus came, and he came and he sat in front of me instantaneously. I had this overwhelming feel of pure, unconditional love and light right within my entire body. And as I sat there with him, it's been so long. I've written all of these in a Google Drive document. I have all of my experiences written out. It's been, like I say, about a year and a half now. But I just remember him sitting there with me, and it was a knowing. And I don't remember if he said anything. I can't actually remember that, but it happened. And then through my next channeling experiences, a couple of days later, Marcus was sat just slightly to the right, and someone else walked forward, and it was Sakura. And when she sat down again, I felt like she was, in earthly terms, maybe in her 20s, but the wisdom that came from her energetically, she has a lot of energetic wisdom and a lot of love, and perhaps a lot more that I will discover. And when she sat down again, unconditional love and unconditional feelings of light. So when it comes to you meeting your guides, I was turning people away. I was saying, thank you, love and light, I appreciate you coming forwards, this does not feel right, may you please go away and may someone else come forward, and they did. But remember, and the opening to channel will teach you this, it will show you, it really will show you. So if you want to know, that book guided me, and I hope it will do the same for you. And the reason why I was called to do that video is because I understand that a lot of you are going to start really fully stepping into your power, right? You're going to be stepping into your roles and into your mission on Earth. And in my opinion, connecting with your guides is a beautiful way to do that. So Magali, Lindsay, welcome. I appreciate both of you. If you guys would like to check the channeling in the beginning of the video, it was quite profound today. But I appreciate you guys being here. So, all right, my friends, I appreciate you all immensely. I really do. Thank you for spending the time with me today. What came through tonight has quite honestly blown me away, and I think I might even watch this back myself, because obviously as it's coming through, I kind of just, like I don't even know. It's just bizarre. It's like you're like in between two worlds, like in between two places, two energies. Like you got one foot in and one foot here, and you're like the bridge between them. But it's beautiful, and I love it. I really do. So listen, I appreciate all of you. Thank you for spending the time with me tonight. Thank you for being here with me. I love you all, and we'll do this again. You know, we'll keep doing these different things, and we'll do different lives and videos and content. And if you stick around and you stand with me, I stand with you. So love and light, my friends. Have a beautiful day. Stay in the knowing. Stay in the knowing. Know that what is coming is truly beautiful, and I'll be here for it. If you ever have doubts, I will be here. I promise you that. I've made that vow. Okay? So take care, my friends. I love you all, and I appreciate the comments. I'm sorry I didn't get through all of them or a lot of them. Thank you for being with me. I'll see you in the next video.